planet is changing. Rising temperatures, melting ice caps, unpredictable weather. It's impossible to ignore the signs. For many of us, the reality of climate change isn't just an abstract scientific concept. It's deeply emotional, often overwhelming, and sometimes downright paralyzing. If you've ever felt a wave of unease, sadness, or even despair about the state of the planet, you're not alone. These feelings are becoming so widespread they now have a name: climate anxiety. In today's video, we're breaking it all down. What is climate anxiety? How can it impact your mental health? And most importantly, what steps can you take to regain balance and find hope in the face of this daunting challenge? Stick with us as we explore this important topic together. So, what exactly is climate anxiety? Also referred to as eco-anxiety, this term describes the emotional distress caused by the awareness of climate change and its devastating impacts. Climate anxiety is a natural response to a crisis that feels both global and personal. In the words of the World Health Organization, the climate crisis is also a mental health crisis. A recent report from The Lancet surveyed 10,000 young people across 10 countries. An astonishing 59% said they were very or extremely worried about climate change, while over 45% said these feelings were affecting their daily lives. This is more than concern. It's fear, frustration, and often guilt. It stems from the enormity of the problem, the slow pace of global action, and the feeling that no matter how much you recycle, reduce, or reuse, it's never enough. But here's the thing, you're not broken for feeling this way. You care, and that's a good thing. How do you know if what you're experiencing is climate anxiety? While it affects everyone differently, here are some common signs. Persistent worry about the future of the planet or the safety of loved ones. Physical symptoms such as trouble sleeping, tightness in the chest, or even panic attacks when reading climate news. Emotional symptoms like sadness, anger, helplessness, or guilt for participating in everyday activities that might contribute to the crisis. It's worth noting that young people and children often feel this most intensely. According to a study by Cardiff University, millennials and Gen Z report significantly higher levels of climate worry than older generations. This is likely because they're growing up in a world where the effects of climate change are already visible, and because they'll bear the brunt of its future impacts. If these feelings sound familiar, it's essential to remember that help is available and you're not alone. Now that we understand climate anxiety, let's talk about what we can do about it. Coping with eco-anxiety is not about ignoring the problem. It's about finding a way to live with it while taking meaningful action. 1. Acknowledge and share your feelings. The first step is to recognize your emotions. Climate anxiety isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of awareness and care. Talking about your feelings with others can make a huge difference. Whether it's a trusted friend, a support group, or even an online forum, sharing your experiences helps validate them. Organisations like Young Minds or Mental Health UK offer excellent resources to help you start these conversations. 2. Educate yourself, but set boundaries. Knowledge is power, but it can also be overwhelming. Instead of endlessly scrolling through news headlines, focus on trusted, science-backed resources. Learn about the steps being taken globally and locally to combat climate change. At the same time, give yourself permission to step away when it becomes too much. Limit how much time you spend reading climate news and balance it with uplifting stories of progress, such as advancements in renewable energy or conservation efforts. 3. Take action. No matter how small, feeling powerless is a hallmark of climate anxiety. The antidote: action. Start small, switch to a reusable water bottle, reduce your energy consumption, or support sustainable brands. If you're ready for more, consider joining climate initiatives or supporting organizations like Cool Earth, which empowers communities to protect their forests and fight deforestation. Remember, collective action, no matter how small, creates ripple effects. It might sound simple, but reconnecting with nature is one of the most effective ways to combat climate anxiety. Studies, including research from the Woodland Trust, show that spending time in green spaces can significantly reduce symptoms of stress, anxiety, and depression. When we immerse ourselves in nature, we're reminded of the beauty we're fighting to protect. A walk in the park, a weekend hike, or even tending to a small garden can help you feel more grounded and hopeful. If you don't have easy access to green spaces, try bringing nature indoors. Houseplants, natural light, and calming nature sounds can recreate that sense of serenity. Mindfulness is another powerful tool. By grounding yourself in the present moment, you can quiet the spiraling thoughts that often accompany climate anxiety. Let's try a simple exercise right now. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply in through your nose and out through your mouth. Imagine a calm forest, the sound of birds and flowing water. Visualize the earth not as it is today, but as it could be, a place of balance and resilience. This practice, even for just a few minutes a day, can bring clarity and calmness. Apps like Calm or Headspace offer guided meditations specifically tailored for eco-anxiety, so be sure to explore those if you're new to mindfulness. Finally, remember this: anxiety can be a catalyst for change. It's proof that you care deeply about the future of our planet, and that care can lead to meaningful action. Start by supporting organizations making a difference, like Cool Earth. Dive into books like All We Can Save or The Future We Choose, which offer practical and inspiring ideas for a sustainable future. And don't underestimate the power of community. Joining like-minded groups, whether local or online, can amplify your voice and create a sense of shared purpose. We've added the links to some books and websites in the video description box below. The journey of coping with climate anxiety isn't about eliminating worry. It's about transforming it into something constructive. Together, we can turn fear into action and despair into hope. If this video resonated with you, please subscribe and share it with someone who might be struggling with eco-anxiety. Let us know in the comments, what steps do you take to cope with climate anxiety? And don't forget to explore the links in the description for more resources and ways to get involved.